We spent weeks looking into this after hearing from this Polk County man. His plan, buy land and live off of it after losing his job to COVID. Now, he bought the land, but the county says he can't live there, leading to a property rights predicament. Chickens and goats and plenty of space to roam around in the fresh air.
We plan on building a forever home here and growing old and giving it to our kids.
A place where Tim Leslie, his wife Amy, and their 2 kids, 9-year-old Knox and 18-month-old Daisy, could thrive even during a pandemic. Almost every penny he had went to buying and clearing this land.
I had my pension and 401k money.
But instead of living here, his kids are now playing on asphalt and living in an RV park. Leslie says that's because the county forced them to move after slapping them with this ticket for living in an RV.
Before I could go to court, they showed up at my property, the building inspector and the code enforcement officer, and told me that I had to be off my land Friday at noon, or they're gonna seize my vehicles and my assets.
Attorney Ari Bargill with the Institute for Justice.
This is a question about property rights. Mr. Leslie owns the property on which he's situated his camper. And as a result, he has the right to live there as long as he's not harming anybody.
Mr. Leslie says he checked the codes before buying this land. It says in black and white under the Ag Land Ordinance that single-family dwellings are allowed, and the county code defines dwellings to, quote, specifically include manufactured homes, mobile homes, industrialized buildings, and recreational vehicles.
It showed that we could have our animals here and be in our camper temporarily, so it's the reason we moved out.
Leslie's citation only shows his violation was for living in campers/RV. Polk County leaders never showed me an ordinance outright forbidding landowners from living in an RV, but they emailed me several other codes, like this one that says temporary buildings and trailers shall not be allowed in any district except when utilized for construction site contracting work. And this one that requires single-family dwellings contain 1,200 square feet minimum.
There is nothing that says that he can or cannot have a camper on his property. The city is applying a series of ordinances in order to reach the conclusion that it wants to reach.
I tried numerous times to get an interview with Polk County. The county manager, the police chief, and the county commission chair all refused, citing a pending court case with Mr. Leslie. Attorney Bargill says Mr. Leslie joins a growing list of cases involving homeowners' rights at a time when compassion could go a long way.
People are struggling financially. I think it's important that cities allow people some leeway so that they can figure out creative ways for them to be able to make ends meet and to get by until they're able to get back up on their feet.
That was Leslie's whole plan, live in the RV until he could get back on his feet and build a forever house.
I don't know if that's still going to be the case. I'm a little scared to be in Polk County.
Mr. Leslie lost to municipal court, but in a highly unusual move, a Superior Court judge agreed to hear his case. He's also working with the Institute for Justice in hopes of bringing a civil suit against Polk County.
All right, thank you, Sophia.